Hello, welcome back. My name is the Jordan, coach of the Virginia Vikavolt, and we are in week 5 of the SPS VGC Draft League. We are almost halfway through the regular season. Pretty exciting. I'm thinking about doing like a mid-season team report analysis type thing, showing how I'm looking at the team and how it's evolving, how it's done so far. But main thing right now is that the last member of our original 10 squad will see battle this week. It is Tailwind, the Fletchender. I think it's got an important role to play. The most important thing when you're looking at my team versus Robin's team, New York Applins, is that this centerpiece, G-Max Colossal, threatens to destroy your whole team at any point and threatens to quadruple its speed, gets up to 328 speed, unless it does absolute max speed, which I really do not expect banking on Robin not to do, but I can get up to 330 with Tailwind plus Garchomp. And Garchomp can absolutely remove Colossal from existence with Max Quake, and it also doesn't take a lot of damage from Cole. So there are situations where he might have his own speed control, where he wants me to proc his own weakness policy by protecting, but if I can outspeed, then I can just take out the Colossal next turn. This is a very strong threat, but it does leave me open to a surprise max Azumarill, surprise max Dragapult, so I'm not going to lead this. I'm going to try to get up Tailwind alongside something like Rotom and then bring in Garchomp to clean up. I also have this kind of surprise win condition. In a number of situations, I bring this in game 2. Reuniclus has this lovely combination of defense and offense, where it can live the +2 Colossal G-Max Volcalith with a Friend Guard, so I can set up Trick Room with Reuniclus plus Clefairy. But also, if I get Surprise Max Dragapult, then it can live the strongest possible attack from Dragapult, proc the weakness policy Reuniclus, and then OHKO the Dragapult in return. And that's really compelling to me. I feel like game 2, that might be what I need to bring to counter whatever he's doing. But we also have our weirdest new gimmick, is Gentle Celesteela. This is a very strange Celesteela, which needs Flamethrower. It needs a fire move, which can only get on the special side to destroy this Ferrothorn, and it needs a ground move, which can only get on the physical side to destroy Colossal, or at least threaten the Colossal. So I need a mixed attacking Celesteela. I do need special defense boost in order to survive +2 Cole Max Volcalith, Max Flare, but I can also boost my Spadef with Earthquake or Max Quake. So I've got a little bit of speed investment, a little bit of bulk investment on the special side only, none on the physical side, because I just don't need it in the physical matchups as far as I can tell, and then a little bit of offensive investment to get the offensive pressure it needs to threaten Ferrothorn, to threaten, Colossal, and to just clean up in different situations in the back. Garchomp is the wrecker, Celesteela is the cleaner. So that's kind of the main strategy here, is to kind of manipulate things up front with usually Fletchender, but Clef also has a role to play in some situations where it basically can survive any attack. +2 Colossal, max strength Azumarill, not if it has a life orb or something, but we'll figure out what to do in that situation. And then the bird can actually survive a turn. If it needs to protect because there's a fake out incoming, then Colossal G-Max Volcalith actually can't KO the protected Fletchender. In every other situation, unless he leads with fake out, I get the Tailwind and we have speed control for the foreseeable future. That's the main thing I'm going for. Robin's had a surprisingly strong team in the first 5 weeks. He's 3-1 with some blowout wins. A little better than I predicted. I think I just ranked him lower in the power rankings because I find it very frustrating to fight against some of these things. But it should be another exciting match, possibly my 5th straight game 3. So let's just get into it and see what happens. All right, folks, we are in it. We are in the match, and the 5 we most expected are all here, plus Machamp, which we thought was a maybe. Machamp is a good bring. The Trick Room comes from Gothitelle. The Fake Out also comes from Gothitelle. So how do I beat a Gothitelle lead? It seems kind of likely. I know I can beat So I think we're gonna stick with our plan here. Let's not overthink it. When we had clearer minds and a little bit more than 1 minute to think about it, we thought that bringing Tailwind with something other than Garchomp so that Garchomp can more safely clean from the back, and then Steela at the end. I'm not gonna do any last minute second guessing here. Gothitelle comes, the Perish Trap is coming. So the Fake Out, I do have to respect because Fletchinder only has priority at full health. So Volt Switch is a safe choice here. Will-O-Wisp is an even better choice. I need to be prepared for a possible offensive Azumarill. It is very, very strong. So we'll assume the Fake Out goes into Fletchinder, and if it goes in here, fine, we'll eat a hit. I don't think Rotom dies to an Azumarill hit, but I could be wrong. I'm not positive. That was a good turn one for us. It played out as we expected. This is at least somewhat offensive Azumarill. Now I can get out of here. I think Celesteela is probably the best. Well, no one's in a great position to handle Azumarill, but I think I would switch to Celesteela. I don't need speed advantage. I'm just gonna get it anyway. So we're just gonna get it. I hope we don't die. And switch out. Well, Conberry is interesting. Noted. I don't have a ton of electric coverage, but sure. What's it gonna hit me with? Maybe Fairy? It would be nice to resist the Fairy attack. Yeah, as we expected. Surprisingly, we lived. That's... Oh, Trick Room goes off. That's unfortunate. Okay, we should have thought about that. So I kind of don't expect a max move going into here, so just surviving sounds pretty decent for... That's all its job is to survive. Unfortunately, the Tailwind turns out to be a negative. I should have just taunted Gothitelle. It might have a... I feel better about maxing Garchomp, so we're just gonna... I ran out of time. Luckily, it defaults to the first move, which is Protect, and that's why it's there. Unfortunate, though. So we likely get an Aqua Jet onto Fletchinder this time, and hopefully we survive so that we can Flame... Why are we switching around here? He's just spending his Trick Room turns. Unfortunately, he's also spending my Tailwind, and I no longer have access to Tailwind, which is a shame. But Ferrothorn and Burned Azumarill are not the max threats. Is it Colossal? Is it offensive Dragapult? It could be offensive. It could be Machamp. Machamp, probably the max threat, maybe? We're not taking a call at the moment. All right, forgive technical difficulties. My camera back short away. How much did Volt Switch do last time? It did 64. All right, so this will KO. Then we Air Slash. fine. I need to be prepared for a grass move. So I think the ally switch, which we have hidden up to this point, is the one to go for now. And then we get that KO on the Ferrothorn. Which we... Oh, okay. So he's doing some expert switching here. So he gets the proc right as Trick Room ends. Very, very well played. Oh, okay. So yeah, we lose this one. Likely. Ally switch is still our best friend. Just the threat of it is something. So he's got speed. He might still want the proc from Azumarill, especially with a burn. Earthquake. So one of them is gonna hit, and so that's enough for me. One of my guys dies. The other one gets a hit. Earthquake beats Azumarill. I'm gonna 4v1 now? Kinda doubt it. I have to take a guess who protects. They both likely have access to it. But he doesn't know whether I have fire. And alright. Leech Seed. Iron Defense is also a good option. Likely a protect. And then they stall, and then we lose. Unfortunate. Very close. All right. So what's stopping them from doing the same thing? I don't think they leave the Azumarill out there to get burned again. So there's just so much nonsense that Robin is capable of throwing at me that I can't bring my offensive threats in the beginning because it's just a coin flip every single turn whether he's going to completely shut it down. So I revealed everything, unfortunately, game one, which is not what I wanted to do, but I really thought I might clutch it out and was 9% away. But yeah, the switch-ins are really smart. Robin is a smart player, built a good team with balance among his offensive threats. It's a shame it's so painful to play against. Some other lead combinations I was thinking about is Garchomp and Rotom. Garchomp and Fletchinder right out the way sounds really dangerous, with the Azumarill being at least somewhat offensive. So yeah, I still can't. The Garchomp has to be in the back. Do we just do the same plan and execute a little bit better? Because that's all we needed was to taunt Gothitelle and the game goes completely differently. Let him make a suboptimal lead. You know, adjust for the sake of adjusting. I still like our plan. Yeah, their only Trick Roomer is also their only Fake Outer, so they can't Fake Out Trick Room. And so this is the move. Dragapult, Azumarill. Are they gonna have multiple ally switchers on the same team? What have we seen on Azumarill? Not necessarily a Protect. They certainly could be the fourth move, but double Will-O-Wisp. Kind of like it. Tailwind Will-O-Wisp on Dragapult. Here, I just don't think they KO me, so the two Will-O-Wisps are really not that bad. And we land okay. So it could be a support Dragapult, in which case maybe we broke its sash. So I go before, well, so do I get the Tailwind here with an ally switch? It's funny how I complain about all the ally switch and then it is what I need right now, so that's unfortunate. Part of this game's design. And we survive. That's some offensive investment right there. So we get a Tailwind. It doesn't give us offensive pressure. I need to break through Wakanberry at some point. I can't afford a breaking swipe, so I have to let Fletch disable. Very weird. So he wanted to disable this thing, but because it hadn't used a move this turn, it didn't. Still pretty weird. Earthquake doesn't sound terrible. Earthquake and Protect because you know he wants the Aqua Jet. Have I revealed Protect? Yeah, I did reveal a Protect. So I'm getting a fair amount of free damage. I don't have great ways to deal damage against these guys. Well, I say free damage. This is all the damage I've gotten. I got the burns, so they are physical attackers who are not doing too much. but they are doing enough to KO my Fletchender. That's okay though. So I go first, and the chance to flinch that Azumarill, or flinch the Dragapult, sounds pretty decent. I'm not throwing a fire move out into the sky on the first turn. I am throwing out an Earthquake, which kind of accomplishes the same thing, procs weakness policy, but it does not give him speed control. This is when I hope. So we just get a Breaking Swipe every night of the week here because he wants to stop Tailwind from happening again. I just need to get this Dragapult gone. Yeah. Fortunately, I'm Earthquaking, which is the only thing that he's actually weakening with that Breaking Swipe. The burn damage is adding up. We know about Ferrothorn and these two. Let's get rid of the Azumarill. Let's go for a double. Oh, well, there's maybe a situation where we can get to Tailwind again later. So we'll jet it again. I feel like my reads have been good. It's just a very tricky game because Robin is a very tricky player, to their credit, absolutely. They have flexible mons that can do different things. That's pretty cool. Dragapult is no longer taunted, and it now has speed control again, so what does it want to set up a screen? Just, do I read the Ferrothorn switch into Colossal? I kind of doubt it. I kind of doubt that that's what they're gonna do. But grass move? Nope, just an Iron Defense. How much do I do to Colossal with just this Hydro Pump? That's something I wish I knew. I don't have a calc for that one. Okay, so these are the last two left. So he's gonna protect. But I go first. I ran out of time, unfortunately. Yeah. Wish I knew how much it did. But we get that. Oh, we don't get that? It's a very, very bulky Ferrothorn. Unless he targets the Fletchender, I get a Tailwind later. Come on. I know it doesn't do enough. We just try to outlive the max and win with Garchomp. So it does 100%. So I know that it KOs through Protect. Okay, so we don't actually play timeouts, do we? All right, this is a weird situation where I timed out according to the site. So this game is won, right? I mean, it's not 100% won, but I think it's won. This is gonna be weird. We're gonna have to cut and go back to it. Technical difficulties, bear with me. All right, we're back. So we have no hard and fast rule on timer because we don't typically play with timer. I was just trying to keep the video to a reasonable length. But because we don't have a hard and fast rule, the commissioner asked Robin, would you like to take the win or would you like to recreate the game and play it out? And Robin chose to take the win. I can't say I'm surprised. Absolutely not what I would do in that situation. It's not totally clear that I win this. I think I'm definitely the heavy favorite. I mean, we'd have to do the math on it, but I believe the spirit of competition is to play your best and to see who wins. But good games to Robin. Nevertheless, played a good set up until this asterisk, and no one cares about asterisk, right? A loss is a loss. So this is a loss. Have a nice day.